tight. Guard the doors both day and night. Passwords strong like shields of gold. Love and wisdom shared in bold. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Fishing lines and waters deep. Don't let them pull what you keep. Links they shine, but traps they weave. Trust your heart, don't be deceived. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Every click we take, be wise.
They call them friends, but you've never met them. They chat every day, but your child doesn't really know who's behind the screen. Welcome to Family Cyber Tips Daily. Today we're diving into how to guide your child through safe, healthy online relationships before a fake friend becomes a real threat. Let's look at some areas. The rise of online friendships. Online friends are normal today, especially for our kids and teens. Gaming platforms, social media, chat apps, they're filled with people ready to connect. But not all connections are safe. Some strangers build trust slowly, pretending to be peers when they are not. And that's how grooming, online grooming starts. We've got to be wary of those, okay? Let's look at some red flags. And I'm going to help you spot those red flags, okay? And they're usually very subtle, but I'll give you a few. Signs that a friendship could be dangerous. The friend wants to chat in private or on secret apps. That's one red flag. Another, they ask your child to keep the friendship a secret from you, the parent or caregiver. Another, they send gifts, compliments, or ask personal questions, private questions. Huge red flag. And I'll throw in one more. They discourage your child from talking to parents or real-life friends. Any one of these is a red flag. You don't need anyone else to tell you otherwise. They are red flags if any of those four things I just mentioned are being presented to you. Okay? Let's look at what parents can do, because I don't need to see you on the other side of the camera. Every evening I sit here and I flag these things to you. These are real issues, and significantly they will bother any parent, any caregiver. Okay, so what can you do? And that is something that I pray that you will take seriously. We have said on this platform, and I've said it time without number, that I make no apology advising you to talk regularly with your children. You know, nothing beats it. Talk regularly. Don't be too busy for your children. Okay? Now that you know what you know, in the 4 or 5 months that I've been doing this, there's a lot our young ones are battling with. And the worst we can do is blank them, you know, or lock the door, you know, and make sure they're not coming in. They need to relate. So we've got to talk to them regularly. Ask your child or children who they are chatting with. It's The least, really, it's the least we can do. Find out how they met. You know, especially when we mention those red flags, our kids will find it incredibly difficult to lie to us. Okay? Because most times, most parents know when a child is lying. So we're the last people they will try to lie to. And that's why when you ask close questions, yes, no, you will get to the bottom of many of these things. And then further on, you can now ask open questions. But when you relate with your young one feels comfortable, you know? So when the rogue has told them, don't tell your parent or caregiver, they don't see you in that light. So they'll tell you. But if you are closing the door, you're not relatable, then they will just follow the advice that the rogue has sent their way. Good afternoon, Carl. Okay? So ask your child or children who they're chatting with and how they met. Okay? Normalize curiosity. Make it easy for them to be around you. It's okay to question online friends. Real friends won't ask for secrecy. You know, when a parent says, please introduce me to all your online friends, it's not a parent being nosy. The internet is a jungle. Okay? The same way someone odd comes to take you out of the house in a car, mom and dad have the right to ask, where you guys going? What time are you coming back? You know? Of course, it's flagged, or you roll out those sort of things appropriately. There's some young ones who don't fit that bill, then the question will be different. But you adapt. So normalize curiosity and question anything that gives you concern. You are the parent, you know. Okay? Another thing you can do as a parent and caregiver is to teach boundaries. No sharing of personal or private information in our home. Personal information, photos, or emotions with strangers online. Keep it tight. Keep it locked in. It's nobody's business. Let them have those boundaries. Tell them what those boundaries and where those boundaries should be, so that the stranger doesn't have access to them and by proxy to the family. I'll throw in a few more. Parental controls. Use them. That's why they're there. And most apps in 2025 have parental controls. Some are lightweight, some are heavier, you know, but they're there to help limit chats, monitor app use, and disable risky features. So study what you have in your parental control feature and make sure that you're enabling the things that will help. They'll complement what you're doing, okay? Very important, very important. Don't shy away from the help the vendor is providing, all right? Another thing that you can do as a parent or caregiver is to practice role playing. Kids love engagement. They love fun, you know, things that are fun. You know, help kids know what to say when someone gets too personal or suspicious. Play it out, you know, like role play. I'll be the bad guy, you will be the child. Then have a conversation. At the end, you'll come up with some of the things that I have suggested. In fact, all the things if you like. Okay? It's important that they have some practice run, you know, some simulation, so that when they're faced, God forbid, with the real thing, they'll know how to, you know, react. It won't be too foreign or too new to them. All right? That's pretty much, if you do those things I've just told you now, you're set. Okay? Because there are more, and we can discuss that if you engage. Just, you know, let's know what else you want me to cover. And if you've experienced any of these and you want others to learn from your experience, please, please share in the comments. Okay? Please, I'm begging you. All right? All right. So I would sort of close this out with some, I call it tete-a-tete, deep talk, real talk. All right? Build trust and not fear. So we're admonishing you as a parent and caregiver to just not monitor alone. Mentor your child. Love your child, because that's what it is, really, when you come down to it. Your child needs to know that they can come to you without fear if something feels wrong. And this is why communicating regularly with our children is so paramount. If a child feels that they're going to be told off if they report the dangers I've just shared, they won't come to you. They'll keep it secret. They'll be too embarrassed. And usually parents who don't connect with the children will say it's your fault. You're too open. You're too loud. You don't listen. Those things I hear used to work in the past, but honestly, I've so erased my mind of those things. They don't work. Okay, we've got to relate with the children, relate with them, and make them feel comfortable to come to us, to share their concerns. And when ridiculous and upsetting things are being introduced to them, that lead to online grooming and all that, and you can feel safe, you can sleep well in the night knowing that if your child gets wind of any of those rogue activities, they'll walk down to you and tell you. And whilst you still need to be firm, there'll be a loving hand or arm around their shoulder. And that's safety. Our kids need to be safe. They need to know that Mom and Dad have got me. When you have, and I maybe I'm going over, but I am passionate about this. If you close the door on your child, they don't have a plan B. And that's frightening. So do everything. Eat as much humble pie with custard as possible to make sure that the plan B is always there. Our kids are going to fail us. They're going to make mistakes. But they are children. Where else can they go? So don't take that away from them. Make sure that that door is always open. When they feel safe, they will come to us. Okay? Model what safe relationships look like. Teach empathy. Teach honesty, and teach discernment. Online or offline, relationships, as we know it, shape their world. And so it's important that our relationship with our young ones, whether it's dad, granddad, mom, grandmom, has to be rock solid. Okay? Yeah, I think I overflopped that one. But seriously, it's so important that we get this right, all right? We have highlighted that our young ones engage on the online scene as their new playground. That's where they are parking their bus. When they finish studies, that's where they go. When they have any spare time, that's where they go. So we've got to make sure that we are on this journey with them. Okay? I can't stress it enough. I know our young ones love us. And why not? We've got to love them a lot more. You don't only love them on the offline activities, you extend it crucially, especially with what we know, to the online arena. Okay? You may not be able to block every risk, but you can equip your child to spot the fake, choose the real, and stay safe online. Okay? Please give this video a thumbs up. Engagement is all that I'll ask. A thumbs up, and that's this one, okay? Like this content if indeed you like it. Share this with one parent who needs to hear it, okay? This is Family Cyber Tips Daily, empowering you to parent wisely in the digital world. I've been your host, Lawrence Edem. Until tomorrow at 6 p.m. God bless and goodbye.
Keep it